Welcome to my channel. My name is Violet. If you're new here today, you clicked on this video because you want to know what it's like to own a Peloton bike for 1 year throughout pregnancy and postpartum. I am a mother of 5. I've been trying to do 5 to 7 workouts on my spin bike since I got it last year. Before doing spin, I would run about 5 to 10 kilometers a day, but it's a little bit dangerous. We live on an acreage and the road can be very icy in winter. So last year we went ahead and picked up a secondhand Peloton bike for about a third of the cost of purchasing it new in store. And if I had purchased it in store, they couldn't ship it to us because we were too remote. So that was the only option for us, and it worked out that it was quite inexpensive to do it that way as compared to ordering. Membership is $60 Canadian a month. Well, is it worth it? Was it good for the pregnancy? Was it good postpartum? What are the pros and cons in general? Peloton in pregnancy first. My first workout was February 26th. I was probably about 4 months pregnant, just entering my second trimester, finishing my first trimester, which is very good because in the first trimester was able to work, and then I would come home and go on the couch and pretty much sleep, and that's it. And this is my 5th pregnancy. There's not extra energy going around in the first trimester. So starting the second trimester, I was ready to get back into exercise. And the Peloton workouts have a wide variety of difficulties. I felt able to do it regularly, and it really improved my mood and ability to have energy during the day. One of the things you learn about exercise, especially cardio, is when you do cardio, it kind of gives you more energy throughout the day. It's not like you've got this energy bucket that empties when you are doing exercise. You actually are building capacity to do more. So in my second trimester, no problem. And I continued into my third trimester. The only problem with the third trimester is as you get more and more pregnant, it gets harder to do larger rotations while spinning. I was really happy because Emma Lovewell had her baby within a week of me. She is a spin instructor for Peloton, continuing to teach throughout her pregnancy. That gave me a lot of confidence and gave me a benchmark for what people can do within their pregnancy. As I hit my milestones, my 50th ride, my 100th ride, I was not top of the pack. I wasn't middle of the pack. I am consistently lower I'm trying to listen to my body and make sure everything is tickety-boo, especially when you're pregnant. You don't want to overexert yourself. Now, I continued doing spin workouts all the way to the end of my pregnancy. The last one I did was the day before my son was born. It's full in helping me regulate my mood, feel comfortable as my body was, all over the place. There wasn't a big change in my workout routine. I think within a week I was back on the spin bike. My delivery was easy and uncomplicated. I think my delivery for baby number 5 was easier, not just because it was baby number 5, but because the kind of workouts you're doing during Peloton are resistance based. It's a good position. You're leaning forward. The baby's able to rotate. From what I could tell, being on a spin bike, engaging in that kind of activity was very good. With my 4th pregnancy, I had a really dreadful delivery, and I think it's because I stopped running at about 7 months in that pregnancy due to discomfort. I think she got into a bad position. I didn't stop walking. I was walking every day, but her face was up and she was trying to be born face up, which I didn't recommend. For whatever reason, being on the spin bike, my son was in a perfect position. The labor was easy. I got to the hospital. He delivered very quickly. Yes, of course, it was painful. It's childbirth. We don't need to go into that in this video. The nice thing about having a spin bike is you can work out at the drop of a hat. Just click on your shoes, put on your shoes, click them in, and go. You don't have to plan ahead. You don't need to find childcare. I've got this wonderful baby seat that rocks, and I've been able to use it right from the get-go when baby is sleeping. I set up a baby gate and a playpen for my toddler, so it was safe for her as well, because there's nothing scarier than a 2-year-old running to try and, stick her fingers in places they shouldn't go. Riley Rose, toddler, her books, Ms. Rocker. If there was a downtime, or if I was starting to feel stressed or anxious, which is pretty typical for me postpartum, I get up about 2 hours into the day, I feel a fluttering sense of dread and doom and worry. Hop on the spin bike, spin it out, 30 minutes to 2 hours depending on what I need. Postpartum, dealing with any kind of postpartum anxiety, postpartum depression, postpartum fluctuating, changing hormones. When you're nursing, huge change in hormones. When the baby's eating patterns, huge change in hormones. When the baby's going through a growth spurt, terrible sleep. When the baby's done a growth spurt, good sleep. You're constantly finding everything is changing. Having the consistent cardio exercise, very, very, very helpful for making it so I can function, because with 5 kids, there's absolutely no room for me to fail. I have to make sure that everybody is good. I am the regulator for everyone, and I cannot regulate everybody unless I have regulated myself. And the spin bike has been able to provide that for me. If this sounds like something you would benefit from, I really, really recommend. It doesn't have to be a Peloton. I found that the easiest because it offloaded the decision making. I could just pick a video from Samyo, hop on and follow the metrics. And if I didn't want to listen to an instructor saying, go, 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 I could put on a Power Zone class and honestly, put on a YouTube video, turn off the volume. But for the most part, my little baby loves listening to the instructors and he gets very annoyed when I turn the sound off and watch YouTube videos. So I don't do that too much, but in those 2-hour Power Zone rides, I've been known to grab a novel and work on that. So yeah, you're taking time for yourself. Now it's really difficult when the baby is crying and you're on the spin bike because you want to take care of your child as priority. So in those moments, you've got the pause option on Peloton. I pause the workout. It's very annoying. I know it's annoying. I change the babies. Both of them usually have a halfway through my workout. It's like clockwork. I change their diapers. I put them back, make sure they're safe, make sure they're happy. And he's usually asleep within 5 minutes. And he also loves to kick and spin with me. There's some statistics saying that mothers who exercise are a huge benefit to children. As they grow up, they exercise too. It's totally normalized. So I feel a little bit ridiculous on my spin bike and my, little gym strip or whatever, but it's good for them to see me regulating myself. It'll help them do that too. No, you're not going to be winning at your fitness classes, but you can still get a lot done, which is good. I think it's good enough. That's what you find over and over again when you have kids. You've got to settle for good enough, because if you're aiming for perfection, you're going to be disappointed every single day of your life. Some pros to Peloton are going to be instructors. It's really cool when you're in a class and you get a shout out. That is so, so awesome. I've done my best to try and record it when it happens because these are real people. You can take a live class in real time and get responses from the community in real time. It is super awesome when you can do that. Not usually the case with my kiddos. During pregnancy, more so, I was able to take the really early morning classes live, but postpartum, everything I do is pre-recorded just because everything is stop, go, that's okay. Second thing, there's a lot of different kind of classes you can take. There's the higher intensity workouts, and then there's the lower intensity, low impact. I pushed too hard. I'm getting too old to push hard like that, and my heart rate jumped. So we've been doing more low impact, and that's okay. Because there's lots of low impact classes, there's lots of classes. So if you need to challenge yourself, if you're young and frisky and on fire, you can do that, no problem. And if you're postpartum and staying up all night with babies, and do more low impact and still get the benefits to your mental health, it's good. I love going into class and getting the high fives. It's a reminder to me that not in this alone. I can be pro-social, but I can also be private, which is really important to me because I know some people love going to the gym, they love flexing, having the community support, and they love exercising in public. I do not. I like exercising in private. Nobody needs to see my bad running form. So what are some of the cons of using Peloton? There's nobody on site. This is really just on you to know your limits and do your best to judge when you need to challenge yourself and when you are good to go. The high intensity classes are really, 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 really exciting. You can push yourself to your limit. You can push yourself to 100% of your target heart rate very easily because you get into it with the music, and the instructors are super encouraging. So why wouldn't you? But that actually can be dangerous, and you have to judge in the moment if that's a good idea or not. The longer classes are a little bit difficult to do with the kiddos. You have to take breaks. You can't just do it straight. But understanding when you're a mother, your space and your time is not respected, and it's not yours. It belongs to everybody else. The fact that you have something in your space that you can use as a tool in the dead of winter, it's been minus 30 degrees for 3 weeks. I've been extremely grateful to have workout options. It's too cold. You can't kick the kids outside for long, and you're too far away to mall rat all day. What do? You have to move. You have to move your body. You cannot refrain from doing so. It's been a year using my Peloton, and it replaced running 100% for me. I loved running. I went every day. But because it's convenient and I can oversee my kids while I'm doing it, because it's at the house, I do it almost every day. Because it has a fee associated with it, I take it seriously and I do use it. I'm not gonna skip a day because I know I've already paid the money. And because the instructors are hilarious, but people who are super positive, super fit, and they don't make you feel bad for not being very good. I really suck. I don't think I've ever made it past the bottom third. I'm solidly in the bottom third to bottom quarter. And that would be my challenge to myself, is as I continue on postpartum, not having so many breaks in the classes and hopefully improving my skills. But this has been a really, really good option for a mom at home with babies. If you work a stressful job, there's so many nurses, so many doctors, so many teachers like me that take Peloton classes, because when you have a lot of inputs at you, your stress really, really, really rises, right? So having a job where you are constantly needing to respond quickly to bids, you want a stress release, and being able to do cardio in this way and build it in is good. You can do it whenever. You can do it before school, or you can do it before work. You can do it after work. You can do it when you're with your kids at home during nap time. Like, it's just infinitely flexible. The only thing is, like, you have to think, okay, let's go. It's time to go. It's really easy for me to cue when it's time for me to exercise, because I start to feel nervous. I can feel anxiety. Yes, today is workout 300 because I'm talking fast and I'm a little bit like do. But yes, is it worth the startup cost? I would say try secondhand markets to pick up your bike. You don't need the bike plus to get the benefits. The regular bike is definitely going to do it for you. If you can order and have delivered a new one, that's a good thing too. And you're going to find the benefits to your mental health right away. I wouldn't do therapy. I wouldn't torture my friends. I would just get a spin bike and do some regular cardio, and you'll find that you're way more able to manage the rest of your life. You just got to spin it out. I hope that helps you. It's helped me so much. Thank you, Peloton. Please share with me your experiences. If you have a Peloton bike, a tread, or a row, or a guide, let me know what you love about them and how you cross-train to maintain muscle mass. Thank you for listening to my story. I'd love to hear yours. Let me know what's working for you in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. All right, so this is going to be ride 300 on my Peloton.